So here we are. This is the second video of this video series about building a pool as an owner builder. Be sure you watch the entire video because there's a ton of information. I'm also going to put a link or a comment below if anything else that I may have missed that I think of after I shoot this video. But other than that, watch the video, share it, give it a thumbs up if you find it useful, leave a comment if you have any questions, and I'll try to do my best to be as helpful as I can. And also, you know, the process of building a pool is going to be a little bit different for everybody. So just it's going to be kind of a trial and error process. But I think if you're willing to put in a little bit more work, it's going to be very rewarding. So hope you enjoy the second part of this video, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, so today is the start of our plumbing and electrical. Probably one of the most critical parts, and probably one of the most confusing parts when it comes to building a pool. Just because there's so many different options when it comes to pool equipment and whatnot. I'll go into a little more detail later about what we're using. We're using Plaster products for this particular pool just because I think the accessibility and the options work with us, but there's a lot of good options out there, and I've heard a lot of good things about a bunch of different companies. The last few months I've spent a lot of time researching, reading, trying to get a better understanding of what all this stuff does, what all these features are. You definitely want to have that, a good handle on that before you start, because once you get to the stage of like doing the plumbing and the electrical, you're gonna have limited time if you're trying to get the pool done quickly, especially if you're paying for people to be here to do the work. So the pool plumber and electrician I'm using is a guy I found here in San Diego through a referral. We went to a pool supply spot that he uses. I purchased all the materials, all the piping, all types of miscellaneous things that he needed, and so that's what they're working on right now. I'll walk around and check it out. Obviously, the rebar was done last week. You can see the rebar has been completed. And now we're doing everything here for the plumbing. So we've got the jacuzzi over here in the square. We'll have a kind of a Cabo deck. I think that's what they call it, a Cabo deck splash pad. Cabo deck, I think, where it's like 10 inches of water. And then the pool over there. So first day of plumbing is complete. A lot of pipes, a lot of water flow. Got the skimmer. It's coming along. It's hard to navigate and get over there, but over there in the corner where all those pipes coming up, that's the location of where the pool equipment's going to be. So, and then we're going to have a LED pool light here, an LED pool light, and two LED pool lights over here, facing that way, and then we'll have one pool light for the jacuzzi, so 4 lights in total. Which, tracking down those LED lights, at least the Plaster LED lights, has been a bit of a challenge, but I think those should be arriving today or tomorrow. If you're familiar with the process of building a pool, we're basically ready for the concrete, ready for shotcrete, which should be happening in a few days. Prior to that happening, I've been doing some additional work on my own, digging some trenches and running some additional drainage lines, because I figured once we put the concrete down here, it's going to be harder to do, and I wanted to make sure we had adequate draining around the pool and the grass area. And so that's what we've been working on. We have the trenches that we dug for the pool, and I'm kind of piggybacking off of those trenches and running some additional trenches over here. I've got a conduit that I ran myself today because I want to have the option to maybe do some low voltage lighting around the fire pit. I'm not even sure if I'm going to do lighting around the fire pit, but I just want to have that option. I want to have a conduit just in the event that maybe we do. And then over there in the distance we have some additional conduit. That's the other end of this conduit over here by the fire pit, and then I ran a new conduit from there all the way down to the panel. This is the update for today, and hopefully in 3-4 days I'll be back here when they're doing the concrete. So looking forward to that. It's gonna be fun. First time in the pool. Guys just finished up.
I'm going in the pool. Ow, ow, ow.
What do you think?
Cool.
Pretty cool, huh?
The pool?
Yeah, what are you most excited about? Jumping off here, huh? That's what you said?
Yeah, I did.
You think you'll jump off?
Yeah, I'm jumping off there.
No, that's gonna be too high.
No, I'm really gonna do it.
You're gonna do a backflip too, probably.
Now I'm gonna do a front flip. I can do front flip, backflips into the water. I just have to stand there. Boom.
You're crazy. Remind me later. I'll tell you why I put these notches in here.
Why did you put those in there?
I'll tell you later, but the pool guys, the Shotcrete guys did 2, but I just crawled in and did a couple more on this side and one on that side.
No,
So
no, Dad, that's not gonna be.
remind me, or if you have an idea of why I did that, just leave a comment in the
Comment below. And
like, share, and subscribe, right?
Yeah.
So we've had a lot happening the last few days here with the pool. Go outside and give you a quick little update. We're actually doing all the forms for the concrete and the fire pit, and we're going to be pouring concrete today around 1 o'clock, which was like the only window available. But I'm excited to get the concrete done, help alleviate like all the dust and dirt that we keep tracking into the house. So then we'll get back to the tile around the pool and continue with that. The pump is here. All the guys have taped everything off so you can see keep the stucco and everything clean. So we're probably about 30 minutes away from pouring concrete, and so here we are. Concrete has arrived. About to get this show started. Got the concrete pump. All right, so Geraldo just showed up. He's the pool plumber electrician. He had another job that he was supposed to do today, and he was pushing mine back a few days. But he said, look, that other job, they didn't have all the equipment. And he said, I can be there in 20 minutes and get everything started on your pool, which I'm super excited about because we did the concrete yesterday. We did the concrete pad for all the pool equipment. So he's here, and he's gonna set up all the equipment. How you doing, Ethan? You all right?
Yeah. These things smell weird. Or maybe because the glue smells so bad.
What are you doing?
That's cool.
Ahí. Sí, ahí está, güey.
So there's a lot of activity at the house today. We have a few friends over and some family visiting, but we also have the pool plaster happening, and the guys are out there. Every time I look out the window, there's another guy out there. So they say they're gonna knock this out in a few hours, and I'm starting to believe it because there's so many guys out there. So here we are. Let's go out and check it out. What do you think of the blue, Erika?
Is that how it's gonna look?
Kinda. It's a little dark. It'll be a little lighter when it dries.
Uh-huh.
Crazy, but it's looking good. So today's the day after the plaster is done, and one guy came back just to do an acid wash, and that's all we have to do. We're gonna do this acid wash. He's gonna do the acid wash, and then we'll start to fill the pool. So pretty pretty excited to get some water in the pool. And I think we're closing in on, this is like the 39th or 40th day since we started this project. So we've finished cleaning, acid washing this side of the pool, the jacuzzi, and these guys haven't wasted any time. We're filling this up and we'll start filling that up. So checking in here towards the end of our pool series, we finally got the permit signed off. It actually took like 4 inspections, which everything up to this point, as you follow along, went pretty smoothly. But the getting the permit signed off and cleared was a little bit more of a process than I had planned. And the problem we ran into is I got a set of items that I needed to take care of, and then the next week I took care of those items and a different inspector came and he found a couple other issues. So we weren't on the same page, but we finally got everything on the same page. We got everything taken care of. I'll give you a quick summary of what those items were. Mainly with the pool equipment, they wanted me to spray paint all the PVC piping. With the gas line, the sediment valve wasn't going in the direction that they wanted, so they wanted a sediment runoff, and then a pool cover. You know those blue bubble wrap? They look like packaging bubble wrap. Well, one inspector told me I just needed one for the spa. The other inspector told me no, you need one for the spa and the pool. So I got one for both, and then the main issue, well, we had a couple issues, but the other issue we had was the enclosure that I built for the pool equipment. Let me go over and show you. So the other issue we had was, if you looked at the original plans, this was going to be a masonry wall to hide the pool equipment, and I wanted to change this basically because the panel for all the pool equipment was facing in this direction, so it wouldn't work to have a fixed wall there. And the plumbing and electrician guy said, look, I could put it over here facing the other way, but depending on the inspector, he could have an issue with that because of the property line and being too close to the property line. He said, I'd rather just put it here. And so then we changed from a masonry brick wall to this wood, but then I had to create this door for access. And then one of the inspectors says, well, that door needs to be fixed. But then I said, well, if it's fixed, then how do I have access to it? And he said, I don't know. And we talked to my boss, and we went around in circles. And basically, at the end of the day, we all came to an agreement that this door was sufficient and we're good. And so I think we're all signed off and we're done with this pool. And lastly, I'm going to do another video in a few weeks about these fire bowls. You can see behind me there's one there and there's another one right here. Fire bowls, I think, really are a cool feature to add to a pool. So I'll post that video soon, and if anybody's out there has any questions, again, leave your question below, and I hope everybody's having a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. So there's the final result of the pool.